Yo, yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Everybody good? Hopefully. I hope everybody's good. I hope y'all are good, at least. At least. At least. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking up something. Anyway. What's going on, y'all? Oh, what's up? What's up? What is going on? How's everybody doing? Everybody's good? Let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough. If my mic is not... What up? Appreciate it. Thanks for hosting, G. Appreciate you. Oh, man. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta do something, too. Give me a second, y'all. Hey, I appreciate the follow, Nolan. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey. All right. Let me turn this down for a second. Let me even out this music. It's going to sound super quiet to y'all until I adjust it for a second. Hey, you like it, Nolan, huh? Inspired by our boy Shiloh. I liked his little background, so I looked for something kind of like his. So, anyway, thank you. What's up, Gemini? Good to see you. Hey, Ma. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Hey, nice. Appreciate it. All right, now let me see. Oh, there we go. Trying to even this stuff out while I'm doing this live. I should have had it already set up, but I wanted to go live and be able to kind of raid the big man and be able to raid the big man and show him some love, even though I would hop over there too and get on Discord. It's just a cool thing to do. It's a cool thing to do. Same thing I would do for you, Miss Nolan, and everybody else, whoever, streams or start to stream or whatnot. We support one another. Oh, man. Boy, today has been a day, y'all. Today has been a day. It's a good day. I mean, for me, as far as, getting things done and things like that. And it's been a pretty cool day. How's your guys' day going? How's your guys' day? Everything's cool? Everything's all right? I know we got some people going through some things, and we're all going through some things, and it's a little tough sometimes, right? Sometimes they're tougher than others, in little chunks. And now, so in 2020, I'm talking outside 2020, right? When we were going through things, it was in small chunks, and it feels like since 2020, it's been like pandemic, and then the whole political stuff, and then the negativity from that. It seems like for a lot of people, bad things are just happening over and over and over and over and over. And I don't know if more bad things are happening versus, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't think, and I know you say fuck this year. I know you say fuck this year, B, but I don't think that there's more bad things happening to people on a regular basis than any other time in history. I just think it's more amplified now because of the two other negatives we have with the political stuff and the COVID stuff. And then on top of that, right, we have little chains that come down, like with the COVID stuff. With that little chain connects lockdowns, right? With that little chain connects businesses shutting back down. The second place that I work at and I do music at, it just reopened and was going to stay open. It's like a little, kind of like a pub, but it opened and was going to stay open till 11, and then like 2 days later, the lockdown, they got to shut down again, and I don't think it's gonna make it. The only thing I see are those type of things kind of getting bad. But as far as personal, like, things going on in people's lives, I think we have just as much going on. I just think it's amplified because there is so much going on right now. Funk Shop Big says, I'm so waiting for the bottom of that well to fall out and Dwayne to drop down. That's crazy. I was thinking he was probably sitting in a nice hidden hot tub. You know what's crazy, man? I'm building all kinds of different scenes right now, and that I can't lie, sit here and lie and say it did not cross my mind. Nolan says, finally done with my son's school assignments. Hey, girl, isn't that crazy? So the school from home, or the distance learning, right? The distance learning. I gotta scoot over. There we go. So the distance learning, right? That's like, because I hear two sides of the story. I have friends that have homeschooled their kids for years. And then, of course, I have friends that this is the first year that they're homeschooling. And it's like, to them, it's like, well, listen, I have to work during the day. Now I have to juggle this. Now I have to juggle that. You're used to the homeschooling, and you guys are homeschooling not by your choice. So there's a difference. So when people that are used to homeschooling their kids say, well, we've been doing it for years, but it's like, yeah, but it's a choice. You chose to do that. This is different. Not only am I homeschooling for the first time, not me personally, but just people that are, not only am I homeschooling for the first time, but I'm being forced to. There's a difference. They're not on the same level. So for the people that do say that, oh, homeschooling for years, it's easy. For you, it is, because it's planned. You planned it out, and you went out and found a way to make it work. And it wasn't forced. So I think that's the difference with the homeschooling. So good job, Miss Nolan. Biggs, if I push the heart button, you will swirl around and go down like you flushed. If I had a higher chair, if I had a chair that was higher, or one of those rising desks, and just have it rise at the end of the show, that'd be dope, right? That'd be so tight. That would be so tight. I'd be fine with the distance learning. Oh, okay. If my son didn't have a disability, that makes things a little okay. Absolutely. And if I didn't have a full-time job on top of that, 100%, I understand that completely. I understand that 100%. 100%. That's definitely rough when you have a kid that is, I don't like to call it special needs. What I like to call it is like, for kids that it's hard for them to settle down and all that, those are just, they're just miniature geniuses. They have so many ideas and so many things and so many neurons firing at the same time. That's a sign of intelligence, man. That's a sign of a kid who's imaginative and you know. And some kids, when they get over hyper, some kids, they get violent at times or whatever because they don't want to. It's hard for them to calm down, and you know, you got to understand too what a kid's going through, because they don't know that they're being that way, because they don't, you know, they're just kids. To them, they're being them, and so I commend you. I know you do a great job, Miss Nolan, and I definitely understand the situation, 100%. And have a baby daddy up my butt about everything when all my son's assignments are done and done properly. Yeah. Mom says I never wanted to homeschool as I left totally Oh, yep. I'm sure many are struggling with the same thing. It is not as easy as helping your student with an occasional assignment or problem. Exactly. What's up, baby girl? Hello. Hola. How are you? Yes. Mom, that's a great point. You know, when I was in school, it was crazy because I feel like we were robbed of education, right? And this isn't the teacher's fault. This isn't the fault of anything like that. I feel that I was robbed of education because of the information we're now learning about real history. And this isn't a culture thing. This isn't, you know,
the D.
Although,
podcast experience.
Thank you, Ms. Nolan, for hosting.
Thanks
I appreciate you.
For the host.
Thank you. Hit it. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, this isn't a race thing or anything like that. But when I found out more about my history, because I'm 100% Nigerian, so when I found out more about my history that wasn't taught to me in school, that should have been taught to me in school, when as soon as it hit American soil, it was part of American history, right? I mean, but we were taught the basics, but that's not our teacher's fault. They're being told what to teach us. They're being taught the same thing, right? It's generational. And so with the generation that we have now, with all the social media, there's no excuse not to learn something. There's no excuse not to know something. There's no excuse not to, if you don't know how to, I'm telling you right now, even my photography, the photography I do, I learned online. Although I took photography in school and I understand the general concepts of light and aperture and shutter speed and, you know, and things like that, and white balance, like, yes. But what I did is I went on YouTube seen a great photographer I loved. I wanted to learn how he did his photography. I learned it, boom, and I did it. There's no way I would have been able to do that 25 years ago, 27 years ago. No way. So I think that the times that they live in now, although the internet is great, and although there are some things that the internet does that's kind of negative, I do believe that kids definitely have a higher advantage now, and no reason to not know something, right? Because I truly believe schools, like, teachers are awesome and it's great. And don't get me wrong when I say this, because I respect teachers for so much for wanting to teach, because I'm a football coach. I love to teach. But I will say that
The D Podcast Experience.
What up,
Thanks
man?
you for the host.
Thank you for the host, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I don't mean any disrespect when I say this to teachers, but the teachers that I was taught by were taught to teach us. Confusing right there, huh? The teachers that taught me, they were taught to teach me exactly like textbook stuff, a certain way, right? So they thought I was slow at math. Sorry, I got something in my eye. They thought I was slow at math, right? And it wasn't that I was slow. When I was younger, I couldn't look at a blackboard, because that's what we had when I was younger, is blackboards. And we had erasers that we had to clean after school. Oh, it was horrible. Anyway, I'm okay. I'm okay, baby girl. Just catching up on chat real quick. Hey, all right. Got it. Yeah, no, so, Nolan, I suck at math. See, I it's not that I sucked at math or I was slow. I couldn't look on a blackboard and see 2 plus 2 and knew it was 4. Like, I couldn't see it and just look at it and just know what it was. But if you put 2 apples or 2 oranges or two Legos and 2 whatever, I can see, oh, that's 4, because there's 4 things. I was physical, right? I was hands-on, like I had to see it. And so they didn't figure that out until, like, I was in 5th grade. And it wasn't like I was failing my math classes. Like, I understood the concept of math. Like, I understood it, but I had to write it out, and I couldn't look at it and figure it out, you know? And so it wasn't that I mean, I got the hang of it, you know? But it wasn't until 5th grade where they were like, I went to a very low school. It's now a fire station off of 4th Plain. My elementary school was John Rogers Elementary School. And once they found out, when I was in 5th grade, whatever year that was, a long time ago, they had this thing that they could do to where they could tell if someone was more visual learner or hands-on learner. And anyway, I got brought into the office and I had to talk to this counselor and do this little test thing. And they were like, oh, okay, this is how this person learns. So my point being, getting round back to all the teachers, I don't mean any disrespect, but we need a new teaching system. We need to have teachers know how to teach certain kids. Instead of having the kids fall in line with your structure, you need to understand that some kids, they don't quote unquote fit into a structure. You need teachers that need to understand how their minds work. They're no different than us. They just have more thoughts going through their head at a much faster rate. That's genius. That's genius, in my opinion. So, Nolan, you're kicking ass. I'm just saying. Let's see. Mom says I pretty much excelled at math, but it wasn't until about third grade that I realized I needed glasses. Oh, okay. So it was the eyesight for you. Okay. Nolan, so I had to play catch up, Nolan, or teach things in the higher grades that actually have to do with jobs. Yes, that's another thing. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I missed a message. I don't want to miss a message. Hey, Sandy. Thank you for coming in. What's going on? I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So in school, when I was in school, they didn't teach us about credit. They didn't teach us about take care of your credit. They didn't teach us about financing. They didn't teach us about, these type of things. Big Dog, what's going down? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate the love. They didn't teach us certain things. So life was a little bit easier. Although I was banking on football and it got me a little far, but but still we weren't taught to be owners. We were taught to check this out, y'all. It's a program, right? Hold on. That's what I'm talking about, Eric. That's right. Teach us finances, tax, how to save money, mortgages. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. What, like, they didn't teach us like we could be owners. And this is what I was going to say. This is going to trip y'all out, man. This is just my opinion. This is just my thought, my hypothesis, right? And then the difference between theory and hypothesis is a theory has been proven. A hypothesis is still an idea that hasn't been proven. So, nerd moment. Anyway, my hypothesis is from kindergarten on, right? From kindergarten on, well, maybe first grade for some, at least in my schools, you're taught to come in, you sit in rows at your desk, you wait for your name to be called for roll call, make sure you're here on time. Then you have what? You have first recess. Let's go play. Then you come back, you work some more, right? Now it's a different subject. You learn a little bit. Oh, lunchtime. You go, you eat your lunch, you go play, you do whatever you do on your lunch. Then you go back at a certain time, go back to work. Oh, guess what? Last recess. You go out and play. Oh, it's almost the end of the day. I can't wait. And then you go back to work for that last 45 minutes. You get out. I'm out of school. Awesome. You go play. You go have a good time. You eat. You go to sleep. You wake up. You do it again, right? So you do that for 12 years. That, to me, people, is called a program. To me, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. This is just, like I said, my hypothesis. So you're getting programmed, right? So when you get out of school, at least for me, football didn't work out. So I ended up where? I ended up at a desk, in a cube, roll call. Instead of recess, let me tell you, first recess turned to first break. Last recess turned to last break. Ain't nothing changed. They start you out from the beginning, not telling you, hey, guess what? You can work for the companies that I'm training you just to go in there and be a robot for. They never taught us that. That's what I'm kind of irritated about, because if it was the case, I would have invented Apple. You know what I mean? Something. I would have invented something. Or I would have invented better lights that didn't go out in the middle of a stream like that one just did. Did you see it? Hold on. There we go. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? Like, That's what I feel as far as what I got robbed on in school. So when kids, this distant learning thing, it's rough, man. It's rough. I'm going to catch up on chat, but I have a point, and I'm going to forget my point unless I write it down real quick. I'm going to forget my point, but it's a good one. It's a good point. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna catch up on chat, and if I have an idea in my head, I have to get it down because y'all already know I'll forget. So I'm gonna catch up on chat, but I've never really used algebra or calculus. No, let me go back. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not enough practical applications. They took out home economics in my sophomore year. Yes, home economics. I did have home economics, though. I did have that. Your boy can make some mean scrambled eggs, man. Chef Ramsay would love my stuff. I grew up and still got told you'll never be able to own a home. You'll never be able to do anything, of money you make. Now, that's crazy, right? It's a program. It's a program. Except in like if X equals B, Y, except type of formulas, yes. You're lucky you're in a field to where you can use that though. And you know what I love math for? I love math for the simple fact that that's the only way we can calculate what's out in space. I'm a space nerd and math has a lot to do with it. Plus math is never wrong. Math is never wrong. It's never wrong. It's crazy. Mom, family, isn't it about 100% math? Yes, it's in coding. Yeah. I'm not saying yeah to the question because I don't know. I'm not a coder. I'm just saying, oh, okay, I get it. I grew up in an environment of you take what job you get. Women are made to be mothers. If you're not with someone and married by this age, you suck. Yep. You please the person you're with and put how you feel aside. You'll never be happy. Now, okay, Miss Nolan, that sucks that you grew up that way. Let me ask you this: was that generational? Was that what they were taught? Because that's another thing that needs. It's another like curse that, like racism. It's another generational curse that needs to be broken. The only math that matters is counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, sometimes you like things in 3-4 time. I don't know about mixing, but 3-4 times cool. But anyway. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Phantom Yoda says there is a lot of math and coding, but it's also really transcribing what you want to see onto the language of the code you are using. See, that's the tightest thing. That's the tightest thing ever to me about anything like that. Like, because coding, like video games are all coding pretty much, right? I mean, let me tell you something. Again, when I had my Atari 2600 and I was playing Pitfall, you couldn't tell me it was gonna get any better than this. This is it. It don't get no better than this. Yeah. Now fast forward, 20 some odd years, and now they got virtual reality and they got these vests to where you can actually feel when you're getting shot or whatever. If you're playing like a Call of Duty game or a virtual reality game with them glasses. I got the glasses, but for the cell phone, the Oculus Rift for the cell phone is dope. But I've had it. It goes to my Galaxy 5. So, but I just turned my damn Galaxy 5 on. I didn't even know you can turn it on that way. Look at that. That's crazy. Anyway. Nolan says, yep, and it was tossed to my sister, and now I'm also being kind of picked up. Yep, because I'm 29 and divorced and a single mother. But let me tell you, hold on. Baby girl, the sad part is, Nolan said, I constantly feel about life. Yeah. Yeah, listen. The thing about this is, y'all, especially women, and a lot of y'all, Nolan's known me for a little bit, but a few years ago, I stopped doing what I'm about to tell you. So a couple years ago, I stopped putting up little motivational things that mostly 90% of them were aimed towards women as far as knowing how strong y'all really are, and knowing how resilient, and knowing how, knowing how inside of y'all that y'all are more powerful than y'all can imagine. I used to put up motivational things like that. And the thing is I think because of not only generational teaching, but also because of other personal things in life that happen to women, I think let's say you start to hear something for so long. For instance, Miss Nolan, what you went through. You start to hear something for so long that you start to believe that that's truth. And not to say that it's not true, but that's not your truth, and that's not the general census truth. That might be the person who's teaching you truth, but that doesn't make it truth. You understand what I'm saying? So when people grow up hearing something over and over and over again, they start to really believe it. And because of that, even though you might know up here in the front of your mind, you might know, I know I'm not my situation, and no matter what, I'm going to work my way through this. But in the back of your mind, the part that hangs on to how you were raised, you have a little battle there. And sometimes it gets to a point, because of all the other negativity around, now would make sense. It gets to a point to where those thoughts and those little bitty tiny voices in the back of your mind that remind you of like those teachings, they start to creep up now a little bit easier because of everything else that's going on. So even then, you're still strong. Not only are you aware of it, but you're dealing with it, and it's very, very tough to deal with it, but you're strong enough to make it through, is my point. Baby girl, same way. This is what I want you to do. I want you to wake up. You can even start tomorrow morning. All I want you to do is wake up. Before you grab your phone and check Facebook, and I'm not saying just you, I'm just saying just in general, everybody can do this. Grab your phone, or don't grab your phone, don't check your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your whatever else, your Snap, don't do none of that. Wake up, sit up on the side of your bed, and before you go use the bathroom, I want you to take 10 seconds, and I want you to say, what am I grateful for at this moment in time? Right now, as soon as you wake up, what am I grateful for? This has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with anything like that. This has to do with setting a mental mind frame every morning. Just wake up and say, what am I grateful for? And you can't use the excuse of, oh, I woke up another day. We're all grateful for that. That's not what I'm talking about. Don't cheat. But wake up, even if it's the silliest thing. Oh, I woke up and I forgot I have my favorite socks on to keep my feet warm, or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Just think of one thing that you're grateful for, and then go to the bathroom and go about your day. I want you to do that for 1 week and tell me if you don't feel better. I'm just saying. I just got tired of people expectations. Makes me want to throw hands, and I know I can't do that. Yeah, absolutely. No, I get it. It's a very frustrating thing. I get it. Uh-oh. I Heart Funk Shop TV. What's good? Mom says family. Sandra D says Nolan. I used to feel the same way you're feeling. Like Dwayne said. Absolutely, yes. Like Dwayne said, the internet has some great resources that will help you. I know because they've helped me. Absolutely, 1000%. If you're interested in who I recurve good, or who I recurve, nice. Yeah, recurve. Yeah, good counsel from or received. I don't know. I don't want to mess up someone's words. Private message. Yes, you must first love yourself. I'm grateful. Yes, I'm grateful that I've been blessed with an amazing family and friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. The family that I have. There you go, Mom. There you go. That's true. When I was loving this environment I'm in, I was unstoppable. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's just a perception. You're in the same exact spot you've been in. Same exact spot. It's just the situation has changed, and it made the mental change. Nothing's really has changed, though. You know what I'm saying? It's our perspective. But I'm just saying, we just one thing. Wake up and think of one thing for a week and tell me if you don't feel better. So, this is what I wanted to say. This is what I wrote down. What I wrote down earlier, or typed down. I do write, though. I write thoughts down. But real quick, I typed in my phone that, oh shit, I forgot again. Oh no, I didn't. Like for the social distancing, the distant learning or whatever. Damn, I got excited that I remember what the hell I was going to say. The distant learning also, not only is it tough for some kids, it's tough on the parents, the single parents that have to go to work and have to juggle daycare, but it's also, I think it disrupts the growing up of kids as well, right? I think because every person I talk to, I take a lot of pictures of families and seniors and all this other stuff. And one of the things that always comes up is they miss talking with their friends at school. They miss hanging out with their friends at school. Even if it's not even people you hung out with, just sitting in class, just knowing you're in a group of people. You're surrounded by your peers. It's your peers, right? Growing up with your peers. Oh, did you see what happened? Did you see what happened in Hall 2? Timmy got stuffed in the locker or whatever. It's whatever. Even though I was the same exact guy I am now. Oh, did you hear about? Nope, I didn't hear about none of that because I'm on my business. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Right? But still, what I'm saying is they lose the social part of school. It's not just the education. It's the learning how to coexist with your peers. Sorry, didn't mean to punch my mic. It's the how to coexist with your peers. It's problem solving. It's maybe not liking somebody for some stupid reason now when you think back when you're in school, why you're even mad at this girl or whatever, or this dude or whatever. You need to have those moments, in my opinion. That's just me. One of my nieces is a social butterfly and so misses being social. Absolutely. Being social is not a bad thing at all. Being social is part of life. It's what we do. What are we doing right now? We're being social, right? I honestly think that, well, I hope, and I have faith because there are good parents in this world that we don't have I honestly hope and pray that we don't have a generation in the next 15 years that all have social anxiety from growing up being away from each other for so long. It's like, because this is in fact, I had a friend, actually, we talked about it earlier today. He says, man, what's gonna happen when everything does go back to normal, people do start going out? You're gonna have the people that just are like, oh, it's over or whatever, but then you're gonna have those people that were locked down the whole time, that when they go ahead and they get out, they're gonna be scared to death to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And that creates a whole different type of anxiety. That's a whole nother thing. And so I just this is why we got to be here for each other, right? This is why, we got to understand how resilient and tough we really are. We're in some messed up situations. Some are in worse situations than others. Some are in big situations. It's big to them. Some are, it's whatever. We're all going through something. And we're all getting through it, though. We're all getting through it. Because guess what? A month ago, we were all in the same kind of rut, but we're getting through it. It's just like walking in mud compared to walking on a nice sidewalk. You know what I mean? That's all. We're just in the mud right now. That's it. That's all it is. Dougie Fresh in the building. My man. Mom says our high school grads didn't even get that graduation ceremony that is so very much looked forward to. Yes, absolutely. Our granddaughter's stepsister missed out in June. It's crazy, right? It's crazy because they don't even get the chance to be recognized by their peers and walk across the stage, man. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? It's crazy. I remember walking across the stage, or I remember watching people walk across the stage, and when I walked across the stage, you get those cheers and you're like, yes. In your mind, you're thinking, man, it's an accomplishment. In that moment, you shake your principal's hand and you grab the diploma, and it don't matter if you liked your principal or not. You just wanted to get the handshake over with if you didn't like him, or if you did like him, you wanted to thank him for having you at your school or having you at his school, whatever case may be. You grab your diploma. As soon as you shake everybody's hand and you walk off stage and sit down in your chair, I promise you the first thing people did if they graduated was look down and open the diploma and got a sense of accomplishment. People who got GEDs, sense of accomplishment. Now listen, if you didn't get either, it doesn't matter. There's more successful people in the world that didn't finish the 8th grade than there is people who are successful. That doesn't matter. But I'm talking about accomplishing something. It doesn't have to be high school. It doesn't have to be middle school. It doesn't have to be high school. It doesn't have to be college. It doesn't have to be a GED. None of that. What I'm saying is you accomplish something. Miss you too, Dougie Fresh. Miss you too, bro.